What is up, everybody? It's your boy Herf here, back on the Duels Entertainment channel. And since the Fortune Cup event was just released today, you know, we have to review it, okay? I just have to. Because if we don't cover it, who's going to cover it? Who's going to tell you what's actually worth getting? So you know what? Let's just get straight into it. First of all, the event structure is built around dice rolling. I'll show you here. You just roll this die, and you advance. Pretty easy. We have a card lottery, so we can look at all the cards you can get from it. And let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Alright. First up, Psychic Snail, brand new. You can pay 800 life points and select one other face-up Psychic type monster you control. That monster can attack twice during each battle phase. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. You know? This is a card. And it's really garbage. Because A, we don't play Psychics. B, there's no way to special summon it, really, that we have. C, like it's just bad. All around, doesn't really do anything. So, bad. First card we see is bad. This is a reprint. You know, the elemental lords that we have in the game are all pretty god-awful. This one, when it's special summoned, you can steal a monster from your opponent's graveyard to your side of the field. You have to have exactly 5 earth monsters in your grave. So again, pretty bad. Not great. No one's gonna play this. Gadget arms. On flip. Select one Morphtronic Spiller Trap card in your grave, then add it to your hand. So there's not really a good way to flip it. And you have to select a Morphtronic Spiller Trap. So I mean, you could recycle your draw 2 or your pop, but you have to flip it, which is just, it's just not really good. Like this, I mean, this isn't really changing anything. This isn't the leaks, and no one was excited for it because it's garbage. It doesn't do anything the deck needs. Scrap Fist. This is a reprint. Target 1 Junk Warrior. Okay. See, nobody plays Junk Warrior because it's garbage, so no one's gonna play a +1 to their Junk Warrior because it's just awful. Quantum Cat we have, but it's the first time it's been printed as an actual card, because I knew it was like a level up. Special summon this card. Okay, it's just a normal special summon trap card. Awful. And then we're just gonna get into a lot of other awful cards that no one's ever going to play, like discard 1 card, special summon 1 level 4 lower monster from your opponent's graveyard to your side of the field, and your opponent special summons 1 from your graveyard to their side of the field. So, pretty bad. And then everything else here is just more awful stuff. Like, here's the thing. It would be fine if they put in a couple bad new cards. But then to put in all of these god-awful reprints, like there's actually so many. Like, consider everything I have at least one of to be a reprint. So they put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just absolutely garbage cards to dilute the garbage loot pool to begin with. And then they put in ultra rare jewels. Like, all of this stuff is okay. It's just support material. You know, that's fine. But my problem is, and I think a lot of people feel this way about Konami's events in general, is because there's just not a lot of work. Like, there's not a lot of effort being put into their PvE events. Like, look at these rewards. I mean, sure, you get, how many gems do you get? 20, 50, 80, 110, 140, 180. So you get 220 gems for going through it 5 times. That is awful, considering how much time it takes to farm these dice fragments and then actually play through it. Granted, you can just level up your characters and stuff like that, but 220 gems is awful. And then, on top of it, you give us awful cards in a style of event that is reskinned and is awful to begin with. Nobody asked for this content. Like, I'm not asking you to give us like bags of gems, which would be great, but we already know you're not going to do. I'm not asking you to give us super overpowered cards every single time. I'm just asking you to give cards that will be in some way relevant to something. Like, give us good cards for a completely garbage archetype nobody cares about. Because at least, like with the Evatile video, I could be like, you know what? These, Evatile cards for the Tyranno Hassleberry event are really good for this deck type. However, that deck type isn't good. There's at least something positive there. Here, like, you have literally done nothing positive. So if you don't care about 220 gems, this entire event is worthless. Unless, you just like having the cards, which is valid. I mean, it's valid to just want 3 of everything because, you never know. However, like, they even had to make this Prisma because nobody cares about it. Like, they keep giving us the same, like, 3 PvE skinned, like, events. Or, like, they give us the same 3 PvE events, but they just reskin it every single time. Like, put some effort in and make a new event, please. Konami, I'm begging you. Anything at this point would be better than just doing the same thing over and over again. And just being like, well, nobody's going to hold us accountable, so it doesn't really matter. Like, this event is so bad. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, people should be angry about this. But very often, like, nobody really cares about how bad their events are. So Konami just thinks that they can just get away with it over and over and over again. And instead of putting actual effort in, like putting in like a new PvP event, which, we only have, we have 2 PvP events. And they're basically the same thing. The one is the Duel Carnival, but you basically just play casual duels against meta decks because there's not a big enough incentive to actually have fun. So it's basically just playing on the ladder. And then there's the special duels that happens like once every like year and a half, potentially, maybe if we're lucky. That gives us good amount of gems, and it's just Konami being able to playtest stuff, which, I would rather have them do that than just add. But it's like, really, you can't playtest like with your like game developers? Like, is it really that hard to notice that 6 Sams drawing a card on their first turn is really overpowered? Like, I'm just genuinely so baffled every time I see something like this. And I want them to put in something unique. And maybe, Zexal is going to be dropping fairly soon, so maybe they were like, you know what, let's just put in something easy that we know we can do. But that shouldn't be an excuse. Like, there are so many cards for them to pick from. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of cards. And this is the best list that they could come up with. Psychic Snail was the best thing that they could come up with. And it just feels like, for as much money as they make, and for as many people, free-to-play players play this game, it's like you're just slapping them in the face. They're saying, you know what, we don't really care. We're not going to give you good free-to-play cards. We're not going to give you any gems worth farming for, basically. Because 220 for 5 runs, are you kidding? So, just in general, these events are becoming a big slap in the face to casual players, and I think they're going to realize eventually that if they keep doing stuff like this, there are going to be no casuals left in the game. Which is a really, really sad day for Duel Links. And with that, I think that's going to conclude this review of the event. If you couldn't tell, I don't like it. It's, you know, it's worth farming for, you know, if you want the gems and you want to have the 3 of every card. Otherwise, you're not really missing out on anything. And yeah, thanks for everybody for stopping by. Make sure you check out the Twitch. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Make sure you get in the Discord so you can join all of the tournaments and become a better player. I mean, it's honestly, with the frequency of the tournaments we host and just the amount of free money that we just give to the community, like, you should be practicing, and we're enabling you to practice. So come practice for free, basically, in a competitive tournament with a side deck. It's amazing. So much value. Anyways, join the Discord. We're going to be streaming when Zexal drops, and we're going to be shelling out YouTube videos to cover everything you need to know about the new world, all this stuff. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We should have a lot more information on it by the end of the week. Again, thank you so much for stopping by, and this is Herf, and I'll see you next time on the Duel Links Entertainment channel.